Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Mike Pence and Donald Trump met face to face after some time. It happened at Jimmy Carter's funeral. They shook hands and they exchanged some words. What did they talk to one another? I will let you know. The point here is not that what they exchanged, what words, what they said to one another. To me, this meeting and a handshake reminded me of March 15th, 44 before Common Era. And that is the assassination of Julius Caesar in the House of the Senate in Rome by some senators, including his best friend Brutus. According to historical sources, Jesus Christ, Julius Caesar walked into the chamber of the Senate, and some senators jumped on him with daggers and slain him on the Senate floor, including his best friend Brutus. That's why, again, according to historical sources, Julius Caesar's last words were "et tu, Brute," that means "you too, Brutus," because Brutus was his best friend. So this meeting between Mike Pence and Donald Trump, I see it as the last meeting between Julius Caesar and Brutus, his best friend. According to sources, Brutus was aiming for Julius Caesar's groin area with his dagger, and many of the senators cut one another in the frenzy to destroy the great man. Or, however we want to look at Julius Caesar. So, what happened here? Let me show you this Mike Pence. Mike Pence reveals what he said to Donald Trump during their first conversation in 4 years. Some interesting thing here. I said no thanks, but they still want me here. Do you know how old Mike Pence is? When I first saw Mike Pence as running mate for Donald Trump, I thought that Mike Pence was at least 8-9 years older than Donald Trump. But it's not the case. I will show you how old Mike Pence is. When he was running mate of Donald Trump, he must have been like 55, something like 50 something. Why? Because right now Mike Pence is only 65 years old. For me, he looked 78 when he was Trump's running mate in 2015, 2016. Doesn't really matter, but just as a caveat information, I always called Pence the dense, because I think he's very dense. And I always looked at him whenever he was behind Donald Trump and Donald Trump was speaking as a hitman. He was just waiting. Okay, boom. That's how I always looked at Pence. I never understood why exactly he got Pence, probably because of the religious, influence and votes. Christian I'm talking about. But hey, that's not a positive, I don't think it was a positive add to the campaign. All right, they won together. Mike Pence reveals what he said to Donald Trump during their first conversation in 4 years. First face-to-face conversation in 4 years, I give you that. And this traitor right here, this Brutus, Mike Pence has revealed what his first were to Donald Trump when they reunite this week, after previously stating that he and the president-elect had not spoken for 4 years. Trump, 78, and his former vice president, 65. I would have thought it's way the other way around. I mean, the difference made headlines when they both attended the state funeral of former President Jimmy Carter in Washington, D.C. on Thursday, January 2nd. In an interview with Christianity Today, Pence the Tense shared that he congratulated Trump on his win in November presidential election. And I'm quoting Pence the Tense. Look at him. See what they tell you. Look at that. Who looks older here? Who looks like a hitman here? My God. He greeted me when he came down the aisle. I stood up, extended my hand. He shook my hand. I said, "Congratulations, Mr. President." Okay, Brutus. And he said, "Thanks, Mike," Pence recalled to the outlet. Now, let me show you a few things here. BBC. Mike Pence tears into Donald Trump at 2024 campaign launch. This is 7th of June 2023. Former Vice President Mike Pence calls Trump January 6 hostage rhetoric unacceptable. And I will tell you what happened to Mike Pence. PBS News. Pence details January 6 falling out with Trump in new memoir. But the memoir was published by who? The memoir is called So Help Me God. All right. Was published by whom? Let me show you. So is that a reason why Mr. Pence had to say certain things? Simon and Schuster. I know other people who had a contract with Simon and Schuster to publish his book. I know one example clearly. And because he said something, Simon and Schuster refused to publish the book. But in the case of Pence the Dance, you said all the right things, boy. Good job, going. You're good. Right here. My friends, this is unfortunately politics, I'm told. I don't like it. I'm told that, hey, that's the way politicians are, They talk here and they talk this, and the art of negotiation and selling one another, selling everything you don't have. Or if you have, you sell it for someone else's, for your own benefit. Well, it doesn't have. Did you think about this? It does not have to be like this low. I think it's low. I think Mike Pence, obviously Donald Trump wanted Mike Pence to not certify the 2020 election results. And Mike Pence said that he did not have the authority to do so. That was one, I think. I think the moment, that's the way it's with me at least. It doesn't have to be with anybody else. A friend or someone, an ally, is the one who jumps in fire for you because you would jump in fire for him. That's a friend for me, right? So these people here are saying, oh, you know what, he couldn't do this, he was illegal. I don't think it was illegal. But hey, don't quote me on that one. Nevertheless, I think Mike Pence stabbed Trump in the back. He made a lot of negative comments towards Trump after 2020. I don't think he supported Trump during their term, 4-year term, and now he's back to do what exactly? And he's only 64. I thought right now would be like 89 or something. Hey, that's my mistake. So at 2, Brute, you too, Brutus, exactly, no shame. But you can say, well, Trump approached him. Well, that means Trump is Jesus Christ for forgiving his Brutus. Is that what it is? Well, who was the bigger man here? I think Trump. But hey, that was for everybody else. Put Mike Pence, the dance, in a awkward position in, facing I won, you lost. Because where is Pence? Where is Trump? So Pence lost, Trump won. What did we do? We'll find out. I think we are also on the losing side. We'll find out. I suspect that Trump signed, I'm not saying exactly signed, checkmarked some issues that were put in front of him, and he said, yeah, I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Okay, he's electable. He's selected for the baboons to elect him with or through using the electronic voting machines. So we confirmed, we validated their system. Democracy works, the system works. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.